Good morning, my dear students. Welcome back once again in my class. How are you all? I hope you all are fine at your home. In today's video, we are going to revise our lesson 1, the flint, question answer of this lesson. And in the previous video, we have discussed the answer these questions with reference to the context, and I have given you also the answers of these questions. And at last, I have given you homework. Answer these questions, and your questions were: first one in the poem, what is as green as grass? Second, why is a ruby compared to blood? Question 3, why do you think a flint lies in the mud? Question 4, according to the poet, what does the word desire? My dear students, we are going to solve these questions and answer. I will give you the answer of your previous homework. And after that, we will also discuss the rest of the questions of this lesson. Here you can see on your screen question answer, that is answer these questions of lesson 1, the flint. Your question 1 is shown on your screen. In the poem, what is as green as grass? My dear students, don't be confused when question asked like that, what is green as grass? Your answer is in the poem emerald. Only emerald is green as grass. Only means in the poem, here in the poem emerald is green as grass. Don't be confused. Now next question, why is a ruby compared to blood? Here question is, why is a ruby compared to blood? Your answer is, ruby is compared to blood as it is as red as blood. That is why ruby is compared to blood. Because, you can also write that, because it is as red as blood. Ruby is compared to blood as it is as red as blood. Okay. Now the next question, why do you think a flint lies in the mud? Your answer is, flint lies in mud because flint is obtained by digging deep. My dear student, don't be confused. It is deep in the soil, that is mud. Here the poet asks to you that why do you think a flint lies in the mud? So your answer is, flint lies in mud because flint is obtained by digging deep in the soil, that is mud. Now question 4, according to the poet, what does the word desire? According to the poet, what does the word desire? Your answer is, the word desires for a brilliant diamond. According to the poet, you can say your answer is, the word desires for a brilliant diamond, according to the poet. Okay. Now we are going to start the revision of rest of the questions of the same lesson 1, the flint. Your question number 5. Your question number 5 is given on your screen. Question number 5 is, how is an opal similar to a flint? How is an opal similar to a flint? Here, my dear students, you have to give the answer like that how is an opal similar to a flint? How can you describe it? Because here opal is similar to flint as it has a fiery spark that flint has too. Here opal is similar to flint as it has a fiery spark which is same as the spark produced by flint. That is why an opal is similar to a flint, because opal has a fiery spark which is same as the spark produced by flint. Now the next question, number 6. According to the poet, how is a flint better than other precious stone? You can see here. According to the poet, how is a flint better than other precious stone? My dear students, you know that only flint has a capacity to produce fire and opal too. But here, poet asks to you that according to the poet, how is a flint better than other precious stones? So you have to give the answer like this. A flint is better than other precious stone as it produces fire. That is why flint is better than other precious stones. Now, the last question of this lesson, the flint. Can you compare a diamond and a flint to people in the world? If yes, then how? Can you compare a diamond and a flint to people in the world? Your answer is, in world, some people reflect their qualities as diamond, whereas some people may not shine, but when they work hard, they can produce fire. Here you can see how your question asks that, can you compare a diamond and a flint to people in the world? How they means here they how can reflect their qualities in world. Some people reflect their qualities as diamond, whereas some people may not shine, but when they work hard, means they will work hard, they can produce fire. Okay. Now my dear students, here we have completed our revision of lesson 1, the flint. It is a poem. Now we are going to discuss again points to be remembered. Here points to remember are given. I am going to revise once again. Please keep it in your mind. You will know that this poem, The Flint, was written by an English poet, Christina Rossetti. Don't be confused. If it is a flint poem, then it was written by the English poet, that is Christina Rossetti. And we know that an emerald is as green as grass. The color of ruby is red. A sapphire shines as blue as heaven. And a flint lies in the mud. And we know that a diamond is a brilliant stone to catch the world's desire. An opal holds a fiery spark, but flint holds fire. I hope you all have understood this chapter once again very well. And I also hope that you all have learnt your poem, as well as you also have learned and you also have read your points to remember. And here I have given you homework. I hope you all have revised your all the answer these questions with reference to the context, as well as answer these questions. Today also we have discussed question number 5, 6, 7 and 4, 5, 6 and 7 in today's video. I hope you all have understood this chapter very well. My dear students, I want to remind you one thing again, that you have to comment in the comment section for your attendance. I hope you all have understood it. Now I am going to stop here. Thank you so much. God bless you.